Well, all right, y'all. So, welcome back to Love 24 Hours here, where we review content that can either brighten or enlighten your day. All right. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I paused on purpose just now. Lategra, that I know you say you be saying your day with me, so I want to pause and see. That was petty. Sorry. I just wanted to mess with you real quick. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to pause and see if you was gonna say it and thought that I was getting ready to say it and didn't know that I was gonna pause. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm y'all weird best friend. What's going on, Love Drive? Listen, I don't have anything for you guys in today's intro. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump straight into the video.
What happens is you have a group of beings called the imperialists, listen, known as the Illuminati. Y'all don't know them by their real name. They're called imperialists, meaning they have an imperial list. And they go back 236 years, and they're pissed off right now that I'm saying it. And yo, in a real round way, their time is up. Because these fools vibrate on the square, you know, like in Times Square. And the truth of the matter is, they say everything is fair and square, and they're always coming at you with an angle, you know, 4 90-degree angles, thus producing a fake 360-degree cipher, which is not a cipher at all. It's a square, which is why when you go to any town, small town, such as Monticello, Georgia, right, you see that all of the let's say the park is in the form of a circle, but they call it the square, playing a game and allowing you right then and there because they know that we, listen, as etheric light beings carrying color, supreme beings, vibrate on the curve.
I dance with it every morning. I wake up before the sun says hello. I've been working to improve my fortitude. I'm just prepping when I'm high for the low. I keep the pace in my step nice and slow. This ain't a race, it's a test. Is you gonna fold? We gon' see after everybody done talk that shit. You can take the pain. I two-step with it every day.
All the fighting without fighting. I am not fighting you. I am fighting me through you. All you doing is presenting a challenge for me to challenge myself. Bruce was the greatest counterpuncher ever because of his hand speed. He's saying, throw something at me so you can teach me how to whoop your ass. Every L is just a lesson on how to not do that again.
Right. When I walk around with this smile on my face, I know that I got the ability to change the temperature in the room when I walk in. So regardless of what I'm going through, y'all don't know that I ain't go to bed till 5 a.m. last night. Y'all don't know what I got going on in my personal life. All y'all know is when I show up, dang, that man energy was amazing. That brother showed up and he helped to make this a better experience for us all. And I'm saying there's power in doing that. There's power in not wearing what it is that we're going through. That's how you conquer it, you know what I mean? And not in a fake performative way, not in that type of way, but when you have an attitude of gratitude to where I'm like, regardless of what I've been through, wait, I woke up this morning? God, you still got me here? Amen, you hear me? I don't look like what I've been through, straight up.
Whenever you meet somebody, they are looking at you to see how you look at you, you know. They are asking you, tell me how I should see you, how I should treat you. So they're actually looking at you, knowing you. Like if I go to a salesman and I want to buy, I don't know what I want to buy, a vacuum cleaner or something, not that I do that, but when he's explaining, I am not an engineer to know. I'm looking at him whether he knows what he's talking about, isn't it? I am going to purchase based on his faith on what he's saying. So you don't go to the world and ask who you are. You go to the world and reveal who you are. And in order to reveal who you are, you have to know you. When you know you, there is faith. And when there is faith, you conquer all.
Grand awakening.
Involving surviving children continue to pour in from across the country. Panic calls to 911 describe cars moving on their own accord. If you notice any bizarre behavior in your children or the children of those around you, please report immediately to the CDC.
If you know, you know.
You survived the sickness, but you're not the same. And until you are, there's no going home. All kids are given a color assignment that corresponds to their disorder. On the bottom here are greens, basic enhanced intelligence. Blues have telekinetic abilities. Golds can manipulate electricity.
Me and you.
Up here past this line are the most dangerous. Reds and oranges, but they are very rare. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about. Are you very good at math and puzzles?
Yeah.
Because that means you're most likely in green territory. And that's not so terrible.
Gamma territory. You know that green represents the gamma, right?
Okay, we can fix this. Get back here.
TikTok, this is fake and scripted TikTok. This for entertainment purposes only. Educational purposes only.
I'm a green.
She green. Gamma.
I'm one of the smart ones.
She smart.
Yes.
Star seed. Ooh wee. Y'all better leave a comment on this one.
Come on, get troll alert. Come on, leave them comments.
This video is for entertainment purposes only. This video is for educational purposes only. It's scripted in fake TikTok.
When you said after you complete these 15 episodes of Empire, you got to walk away for a while or forever?
For good. I mean, everyone keeps trying to tell me don't say it's forever, but I've spent 37 years pretending to be people so that people can pretend to watch and enjoy what I'm doing when I've made some discoveries in my own personal life with the science that, you know, Pythagoras was searching for. I was able to open up the flower of life properly and find the real wave conjugations that we've been looking for 10,000 years. Why would I continue, you know, walking on water for tips when I've got an entire generation to teach a whole new world?
That's a big remark. What do you intend to do?
Well, let me put it this way. All energy in the universe is expressed in motion. All motion is expressed in waves. All waves are curved. So where does the straight lines come from to make the platonic solids? There are no straight lines. So when I took the flower of life and opened it properly, I found whole new wave conjugations that expose the in-between spaces. It's the thing that holds us all together.
Okay.
I'm sharing that on Tuesday when I receive my star. I'm going to be able to prove that gravity is only an effect and not a force. I'm putting something on YouTube where I will build the planet Saturn without gravity and build the Milky Way galaxy without gravity.
This torus field is how energy moves, and it's where we get some of our oldest symbols. If we break it down into its geometry, this is where we get the flower of life. This is how all energy flows in physical reality. This was broken down a long time ago. This is where we get the platonic solids, the basis for geometry. This is also where we get the Star of David, the Tree of Life in the Kabbalah, the Vesica Pisces in Christianity, and the infinity symbol.
And when they turned their back on it and they no longer looked to measure it, it went from a particle that collapsed, called collapsing the wave function, back into energy. Now, this was a revolutionary moment because this meant that subjective mind, your mind has an effect on the objective world, that mind and matter are somehow correlated. And so this birth of quantum physics came along, and this quantum physics experiments say that you cannot do a quantum physics experiment without an observer around. In other words, a mind always has to be present because it will influence the outcome. You with me? So now, that invisible field of spirit, that invisible field of information and energy, somehow you, as an individual, can influence the nature of reality with your mind. So now, Einstein had a lot of trouble with this because he said, God doesn't play dice and it doesn't work like this, but his brain was wired for light. And so he had the abstraction and he was getting the download of information, understanding the field of light. And the quantum physicists were saying, well, actually, there's a field of information beyond space and time, beyond light, where everything is unified. And you can take two photons that have been somehow related in a specific atom and shoot them to the opposite ends of the universe. And the moment you affect one photon at the exact same time, the other one is affected. So they were being connected or affected in a realm
faster than the speed of light. In other words, it would take time if you affected one for the other one to be affected. But if they were beginning to be affected at the exact same time, they were connected in a realm beyond physical reality. Are you with me? And so, when the movie What the Bleep came out, and we basically made an effort to show that your mind has an effect on reality, and that in order for you to begin to change your reality, you got to change your mind and change the way you live your life. And we wanted people to become inspired by the process of creation. Really give it a shot. And that independent of your gender, of your race, of the color of your skin, of your intellectual ability, independent of your past, independent of your age, that on some level we are all divine creators, and that these models of reality that have separated individuals have all been built on human beings living in a very limited state of mind. And so, when quantum physics was born and the whole concept of reality began to unfold, people started to really challenge the nature of reality, and that concept that you are somehow connected because you are made of photons and atoms and electrons, that on some level you are an organization, a community of 70 trillion to 120 trillion cells, and all of those cells are made up of atoms and molecules and chemicals. And all of those are working in a coherent form to express yourself as a physical body. But most people don't know that they're moving in and out of the quantum field 7.8 times per second. That you're vibrating in and out of the field all the time, and every time you leave, you disappear. When you come back, you disappear into that field of information, and you come back with information. But if you go out as the same person, you don't bring any new information back. Are you with me? And if you can begin to observe a vision that represents a future, and you can hold steadfast to that vision, and you can see that vision clearly in your mind, and every day you understand where you place your attention is where you place your energy, then you would be investing your energy into the future. And the image that you see could literally be the template for trillions and trillions of atoms to organize into patterns of information called an event in your life. And so, but it's not enough to just have a clear intention, because clear intentions have very little effect on the nature of reality. That the driving force that couples the co-maiden, the handmaiden to all of that is an elevated emotion. And so when you combine that clear intention with an elevated emotion, it is the elevated emotion that begins to amplify the field around your body. And in that moment, you become more energy and less matter. And if you understand then that the emotion then is the handmaiden to the creative process, that means that you would have to feel whole before your healing. That would mean that you would have to feel abundance before your wealth. That means you would have to feel awe before the mystical moment. That would mean you'd have to feel love before your new relationship. That would mean you'd have to feel empowered before your success. And that means then when we do this properly, then we're no longer functioning as materialists. We are literally function as quantum minds. And only when you're truly conscious and truly aware are you beginning to affect the nature of reality. And taking small moments in your busy life to understand that when your consciousness merges with a greater consciousness, when you're connected to Source, you will emulate the divine. And how would the divine live if it was you? Thanks for listening.
It's called Mount Meru, and it's in the middle of the disk flat Earth. Mount Meru, it's called Merudanda. Your spinal column is called Merudanda. It's a mountain. And on top of the mountain is the Lamb of God, Aries, my sign. Aries is the cerebrum, the cerebram, the Ram of God. So the Lamb of God is standing upon Mount Zion, your vertebrae, with the 144,000 singing a new song. Why is it a new song? Because your consciousness is different there. You're not singing the same old song of, oh, I want money, I want a girl, I want a car, and all. What you now want is you want to ascend, and you want to escape the material entrapments, disentangle yourself from reincarnating in misery,
escape the matrix,
and be unlimited and unconditioned, and have your full power restored, your full magic, magnetic power. We're just waiting for that to happen.
Amen, dude.
But we have to do the good works. Moderation, no addictions.
What do you think? What do you think the planets are? They're lights? Is it like it's not like dirt or like
No.
It's the planets aren't like Mars isn't like dirt.
No, not at all.
So they're not
What are
landing.
they?
So they're not landing Mars rovers on Mars, right?
Not at all.
What are they doing?
It's fake.
Well, it's what they're doing is they're going to places like Greenland with very, very exotic landscape, and they're making it look like it, and then they're colouring it to look red and what have you. Ptolemy, for thousands of years before the Jesuit Copernicus turned up and made a spinning ball, was saying all of the 7 planets are entirely luminous. There it is. They are portals. The holes in the sky. The great Italian genius Pierluigi Gina, who was a colleague of Marconi, the inventor of the radio, thank you very much, these two geniuses, he studied the sun and energy, and he's a stationary earther. He's insisted, up until the day he died, 2004, you see him on YouTube, little Italian man saying, "La terra è ferma." He says, me and Marconi discovered that the Earth is stationary. It doesn't move. And then he takes you into his laboratory and shows you with strobe lights how you can prove quite easily that the Earth does not move. We're all stars, all right? Young children we call youngsters. Our sisters we call spinsters. Good people we call masters. Bad people we call fraudsters, gangsters and mobsters. Religious people, ministers and pastors.
Stars.
Cool people in Hollywood we call rock stars, movie stars, superstars.
Stars. Stars. Stars.
Imposters. Disasters. But we're all stars. You see? So we know, and what are our, where do we come from? Our ancestors. Well, a star is a star. So we know we come from, and we're stardust, and we're going back to the stars, but they are lights in the firmament, and they are actually holes, which are portals, wormholes.
So what happens after your physical life on this planet? When you said the spirits
you can do
have
a lot
their
of
own,
things.
What do you do? What can you do?
Well, you can experience the idea of having another life. You can go and visit other dimensions. You can be born on another planet. Whatever you imagine.
But where are you? Are you
here, in a different state? Remember, everything is here. It will appear to be somewhere else, but that's just appearance because of the different vibratory level. I'll put it to you this way, using the old analogy of your television. You're watching one program. That's a certain frequency. That's a certain experience, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You change the channel. Now you're watching another program. Totally different reality. It's in the same TV, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. It's all in the same TV. It's all happening here and now, but it's on different frequencies. So when you're operating at a certain frequency, such as a certain non-physical reality frequency, it looks like, it appears like you're completely somewhere else. You're not. You're right here on a different frequency, having a different program.
So can spirits communicate with one another, and do they have emotion?
Of course they can. And more easily than you communicate. Because it's telepathic. There's no need for words there. They just know. They just send. You just know. You just receive.
Do they have emotion? Or
yes, but not exactly in the same way that you do. It's a much bigger idea. It's a much different expression.
Okay.
Well, you'll know when you get there. You'll understand. The closest analogy maybe we can make is if you have a dream, and the dream is very real, yes? Mm-hmm. And you wake up in the morning and you go, wow, that was so real, but now I'm awake and this is who I really am. Death is similar. When you die, it's kind of like, oh, as real as that physical life was, that was a dream. This is who I really am. So the comparison is similar. Just as you can be very different in a dream, but it seems so real, and then you wake up and you go, well, no, this is really me. It's a similar kind of shift, where now the physical life, though you hold on to the experience, seems like a dream and fades in a sense, and now you kind of wake up into your real self, and you go, oh, right, I remember, this is who I really am. So it's sort of a similar feeling. And now you can go off and do whatever you imagine you would like to do, just as you do in physical life. But you have more access to more things on that level because you're not as bound by the concepts of space and time, because you're not operating within that particular dream framework anymore. You're operating in another one that's more expanded by definition.
Is the experience still an experience of continuity, similar to how we experience physical?
It can be, but the point is it doesn't have to be. You can create a very continuous experience. You can shift things instantaneously. That's part of not having the same space-time lag in non-physical reality. If you want to imagine in non-physical reality that there's a huge mansion or a huge mountain in front of you, it will instantly appear. And you can interact with it as solidly as you interact with any solid object in physical reality. But as soon as you think you would like something else there and imagine something else there, no time lag. Bang! Something else is there, or you're somewhere else.
And so what prevents us from manifesting that in physical reality?
The idea that you're in a time frame. The idea that it takes time to do things. The idea that you want to experience the process of change. Now, you're getting faster and faster as you remember more and more of who you are and get your vibration up higher, closer to non-physical reality. You'll experience manifestations faster and faster. But the whole point of physical reality and operating from a space-time framework is to actually experience things in a slower way so you can savor the process and the experience of creation and change, which is valid unto itself as an experience you can't have in spirit in the same way. It's all valid, just different ways of doing things. Does the snail actually think it's moving slowly? No. For itself, it's moving perfectly. But that's what a snail is. It's having a snail experience. It's not having a roadrunner experience. It's having a snail experience. A snail experience means you're going to move a little slower than most life forms on the earth, but that's okay. That's what it's about. So having a physical experience means you're going to experience some space and time. That's what it's about. It gives you time to appreciate things, time to savor things, time to learn, grow, change, discover yourself from a new perspective. If you only existed in a timeless state, nothing would change. You wouldn't grow. So you create this idea, you impose this idea on your consciousness of process, of change, of time and space. It's tools. It's the way you paint. It's colors on your palette. It's enriching your experience of yourself to have these colors on your palette instead of just one color.
Yes, I'm for real. It ain't a fire drill. I'm so for real. Girl, he must got everything hid in a certain place or something. Oh, hold on. Oh, girl, see the look. I knew it. He got somebody named Johnny's Pizza in his phone. Cause he don't even eat pizza. Hold on, let's see what they talking about. Lord, he told Johnny's Pizza he love him. Girl, how you love something you don't even eat? Girl, I know it ain't the pizza he loving. Shut up. Okay, then there's somebody here named Cynthia. I don't know no Cynthia. Girl, you know what Cynthia? I don't know no Cynthia. And he done told her he gonna get all her tires changed on her car. Girl, I can't get this man to buy me a 4x4. Look, but I tell you what, he gonna be changing more than one set. I think he finna get him. Good morning, babe. Good morning. You slept good? I did. I hope you're ready to go back.
You will not yell at me. That's right, you use your inside voice. Alright, y'all. Thank you for tuning in today. And so, as you should know by now, the video is coming to a close. So listen, I added the little, 90s. I had the little, find the 90s find. I added those clips in there, for some of us. Look, don't let these holidays get you down, bro, if you're single and all this other stuff. Like, to be honest, even when I'm in a relationship, I would rather not kind of celebrate some of this stuff. Like, bro, anyway, that's a topic for another day. But yeah, I'm just saying. So I just want to give some of us a little candy, You know what I'm saying? And just throw the reminder out there that even if you are in a relationship, like, don't have these big high standards because of one day, bro. Like, I know Valentine's Day is supposed to be, like, don't get bent out of shape, man. I mean, especially if you're in a nice, healthy relationship, to be honest, you pretty much got everything you need, probably. And y'all both probably trying to scramble your brain, trying to come up with something to get each other because you got everything. So it's like, to each his own now. I don't knock anybody. You feel me? I don't knock anybody. Positive vibes, love to everybody, all that other good stuff. But I'm just saying, me personally, that's all I'm saying. I'm just sharing my own little personal opinion. You know what I mean? Don't get bent out of shape. I'm just saying, just don't take it too serious and get all worked up over it. Is all I'm saying. You feel me? So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Love and light to every last one of you. Enjoy the rest of your day or night or whatever. And until the next video, peace out.